boys and girls. It's Miss Diane from the Elk Grove Village Public Library. I hope everybody had a good day and enjoyed the nice weather. I'm here to talk about Science Lab for Monday, November 8th. This video is going to be have 3 attachments of 3 demonstrations with our Miss Abby, and she is going to be showing you how to make a lava lamp. And you probably can learn to do it in maybe 4 or 5 different ways. And some of the other ways are written down on a piece of paper in your kit. But you will see 3 demonstrations, and I will show you one with another material. In your kit, you will find a mason jar that is filled with vegetable oil, and all you need to do is add water. The rest filled with water to the top, just leave 1 inch. And you will also have in your bag a Ziploc of baking soda and a Ziploc of citric acid. You will have pots of painting pots that are filled with food coloring. You will have a pipette that will help you squirt the food coloring into your for your experiment. You will have a container of vinegar, which will be used for another lava lamp. And you will have 3 packages of Alka-Seltzer. So for the first basic experiment of the lava lamp, which you will see Miss Abby do, you are going to have your container, your mason jar that's already filled with oil. And like I said, you will fill it to the top, leave 1 inch, and you will see something happen. You will see that the water and the oil, they don't mix, so they separate. And the oil is lighter than the water, which they call denser. It's denser than the water, and meaning that it's lighter and the water is heavier, and it's going to lay on top. And you will notice that when you do the experiment. Then you're going to add some of your food coloring that are in those paint pots with the pipette, and you can use 5 or 6 squirts of the food coloring. You could mix the food colorings if you want, but sometimes it comes out like a little bit of a muddy look, and if you want to use a flashlight and turn the lights off after you've made your lava lamp, it will glow, and it glows better when there's just maybe 1 color that you will use. So, boys and girls, for the first experiment that you will see Miss Abby do, once you fill your water, you're going to take one of your Alka-Seltzer packets. You will take one of your tablets out of the package, and you will break it into 4s. And then you will send one of the pieces, one of the 4th pieces, to the bottom, and it's going to release bubbles, and they're going to go to the top. And then you're going to release another one, let it go all the way down to the bottom, and then let it go to the top. What's happening, boys and girls, is that the Alka-Seltzer is mixing with the water, and it's creating a gas which is called carbon dioxide. It's making carbon dioxide bubbles. The bubbles are attaching into those colored blobs of water. That's when you added the food coloring, and they're rising to the top. But when the bubbles pop, it's going to go back down, and that's when you use another piece of Alka-Seltzer, and you can keep it going and going, and you will see in the demonstration. So that is the basic Alka-Seltzer water oil lava lamp. Now you can use tonic water instead of plain water. Same experiment, but just switch out the water and the tonic water. Tonic water has something in it called quinine, and quinine will glow under a black light. So if you have a black light flashlight, you can see if your lava lamp is going to really glow under that black light. It will also glow with a flashlight when you turn off the lights. Your lava lamp will glow. Then another experiment that you can do, instead of using Alka-Seltzer, you will do the oil and the water, but you're going to have to use your own oil at this time. And we only have enough oil in your kit for one of the experiments, but you'll have to use your own vegetable oil, or you can use baby oil as well. you are, instead of using Alka-Seltzer, you're gonna use baking soda and something called citric acid, which you will have a Ziploc of that. Citric acid is used to preserve canned goods, and it's also used into making some soap bombs for your bathtub. So you will mix 2 parts of the baking soda with 1 part of the citric acid after you've done your water, your oil, and food coloring, and then put that in and watch what happens. I think it's going to be a pretty cool thing to see what triggers. Another experiment, which I've written down in a sheet of paper in your experiment, is using vinegar and oil. Well, first you put baking soda at the bottom of your jar, then you will add vinegar and oil, and you'll see what, and food coloring, and you'll see what happens. And that experiment is written down on your paper, and you can follow the directions to see how to do that as well. Now, I would like to show you one more experiment with using salt instead of Alka-Seltzer or baking soda or citric acid. So I have right here, boys and girls, I already filled. Now this one's gonna take more water than oil. 2/3 of water and 1/3 of oil. And as you can see, the oil is sitting on top because, like we said before, it's lighter than the water, denser than the water, and it doesn't go to the bottom because the water is heavy, and there's a separation. You can see the difference between the oil and the water, and you'll notice that when you're doing your experiment. Now this time, boys and girls, you're gonna just use 1 squirt of food coloring. So I'm going to just take my yellow food coloring and I will show you. You're gonna use a pipette. I have I just have a little bottle right here. So I'm gonna use 1 squirt. And I'm going to put it in, and it's sitting on top. It's not going through the oil yet because we have not put the salt in. Now, what's gonna happen is I'm going to show you, I'm gonna try to put this so that you can see. Okay, I'm going to get my salt, which is right here. Okay, boys and girls. And I'm going to pour the salt in. Can you see what's happening, boys and girls? What's happening is the salt is cutting through the oil. It was having a little trouble, and it's taking the oil down with it to the bottom of the jar, but then the oil is going back up. So you are making a little bit of oil volcanoes, taking the oil down with you, and then the oil goes back up. So you can do that too. There will be 2 containers of salt, and you can keep trying to do that as well. So the salt is bringing the oil back down, and then the oil, once the salt dissolves, the oil goes back up to the top. Thank you, boys and girls, for joining me. I hope you have a lot of fun doing your Lava Lab experiments, and I hope to see everybody very soon. Thank you. Enjoy the nice weather. Bye.